Let's do some iRacing. Dirt 358 modifieds at Knoxville Raceway. Sprint car capital of the world. Second week in a row, I'm running a track based in the state I grew up in, Iowa. Second week in a row. I don't really know much about the track. It's also down south. Don't consider myself to be from southern Iowa. Also, it's mostly known for sprint cars. And sprint cars, despite being big into dirt racing growing up, we didn't really have sprint cars racing around us. So it's never really been a thing that I've given much thought to. If there was going to be an Iowa track that I thought was iconic, that I think would be cool to see in iRacing, would be Boone, where the IMCA Super Nationals take place. That was a big event for modifieds. Anyway, this is iRacing, so you can race whatever you want on here. I'm sure they race other cars here besides sprint cars, but it's what it's known for. That being said, it seems like a pretty fun track to... I just bought it, so this is my first time on it in iRacing.
Just decrease it. It's now 17 Celsius.
I'm,
The leader has just done 20.0.
It's a broken record for me to say this, but I wasn't particularly fast in practice. And washing up into the wall in the straight is something I need to really concentrate on not doing. Because there's no reason for it. This track is super wide. I'm not going to be hitting the wall in the corners probably, unless I decide to go way up high. But that doesn't seem to be that fast. Probably depends on how the... hit the wall again. Depends on how the track's evolving, I would say. Got this little middle groove here, or getting really low. I'll have to check after practice here if this race split or not. There was like 16 people signed up, so maybe it split into like 2 8-car races. Alright. I wasn't doing that in my practice, so let's hope I can get that under control. I'm a little bit surprised to hear that, but I mean, who knows who's running around here. Maybe it's split in half and I'm like the best of the bottom. Maybe, but I doubt it.
That's the end of the session. P1.
I'm the 3-car. Yeah, it's split in half, so this would be strength of field 1000. This would obviously be the bottom split of 2. So, let's try a qualify and see where we get.
It takes it is clear. All right, Justin, we've got 2 laps to get the job done.
Well, that ain't gonna get the job done. I just threw it in there. Alright. Let's call this our throwaway lap. And get a run high again. I was trying way too hard there. Just do what felt natural. Don't change it up.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 17 Celsius. P3. That was at 23.0.
23.0. High quality lap, I'll tell you what.
The leader has just done a 19.9. Pole position. Your last lap time was at 19.7.
Proved it a little bit there. Alright, I'd be surprised if I kept the pole, but maybe I got in with the right group of people that I'm a little better than. We will see. I'll meet you back for grid up. Welcome back. The number 1 and the number 2 didn't put in a lap. And I ended up getting pole by 2/10 over everyone else. And quite a bit over everyone except for him. I don't know what to expect, but if I can keep it clean, maybe I have a chance. Nothing that happened in the practice session, and I spent quite a bit of time in it, led me to believe that I was going to be getting a pole position.
The air
But
temp is 23 Celsius.
that lap wouldn't have gotten a
13
pole
miles.
if a lot of those people were in this race. They could just got a lucky cutoff. And the other two didn't put in a lap, but
Follow the pace car in the inside column.
this is kind of a little annoying. You gotta get off this stupid berm without... I guess if you just go long enough, it flattens out itself. The nice thing about being on pole is I don't have to worry about when the leader's going or keeping up with other people. I just go when I want. Try to get a good jump. I like to leave a little space. I don't like to be right on the pace car's butt. Gives me more, I don't know. I gotta make sure I stay close enough that it's not telling me to catch it, though. A little nervous. Starting on the pole is good, but at the same time, a lot can go wrong if I mess up. Then I mess up a lot of people. All right. Try to keep my tires in the moisture here. We're
Okay,
going.
Justin, be ready. Go.
Not the greatest turn, but the jump was good. We got 30 laps to go. Let's just see what can happen. Just keep it smooth. Don't want to jump that inside berm. Got two sideways there. And don't want to hit the wall. Those are my two things. I'm too scared to look at where everyone's at. Yeah, I'm 7/10 up on Jacob there.
The guy behind has just done a 19.9.
If nothing else, I don't lead laps very often in iRacing, so I get a chance to do that. I thought that was going to be a wall hit.
That lap time was
Lost that
17.9.
4.
Car stopped up high. I don't want to be seeing that too much. I mean, there's no cautions to screw me up, but I just don't want to have to try to deal with random cars all over the track.
You're in the lead.
Car stopped down low. I see him there. He's just sitting there.
The
Kind
gap
of
behind is now 1.5.
kind of screwed up my entry. I got a little scared, but I hope you guys can hear me. The mic has slipped into a bad spot, but I do not want to screw this race up by messing with it, so I'm not going to. I got rid of the Mountain Dew paint scheme from last week. It was pretty garish. I just found like a carbon fibery, just all black thing on Trading Paints with no like sponsors on it or anything. Just pretty generic. It looks pretty okay. I got the FOV back to the 80 again. I didn't mind it too much, but once again, I'm not really in any side-by-side racing, which is really where I need to test it out. But it's also I don't feel like it's slowing me down any. Got a car down there I'm gonna have to worry about. This is, you know, it's one thing to get on the pole and just drive around by yourself, but my first and only dirt win was with this car, and I got into the lapped car twice in an incident that I regretted. But at the same time,
Behind is now 2.5.
2.5, okay, I'm doing better than I realized. just got to be smooth, I guess. I hope the 7 doesn't do anything to take me out. I would be fine if the 7 was actually faster than me and just drove away. That would not bother me one bit. Practice was always so spread out that, you know, I never really got any race practice. Like with other cars, it was just like what I'm doing now, just driving laps. My right shoulder is really sore, and it's making it like actually a chore to drive this car. I don't know why it's sore. I'm gonna tough it up, but I'm glad this is a shorter race. Probably be the only race I do today. Just trying to get a video out for tomorrow. That wasn't a good turn, but it wasn't a disastrous turn either.
The gap behind is now 5.6. You've just done a 20.3.
All right. That could have been bad. I heard 5.1, so I'm like, I got good time. Just get around this guy. Don't hit him. Probably lost a second or so behind me, but that's still a pretty big gap.
That was 21.2.
Yeah, it was a slow lap, but I'm still alive. I was worried about that car. I mean, he was behind for a reason. I didn't know what the reason was. Tell you what, I'm gonna jinx myself by saying this, but one thing that I never even came close to doing in practice was just spinning out like that. That was never an issue with me.
Okay, Justin, halfway home. Fuel looks good.
Halfway is all? Oh man. Just gotta keep it smooth.
You've just done a 20.1.
Car up ahead, quite a ways. Should take me a while to catch him, I hope. It's funny, I'd rather lap cars on paved than I would in dirt, just because it's harder to predict in dirt, I feel like, where they're going to go and how they're going to take a turn. Car stopped ahead. Not what I want to see. Get out of the way, dude, get out of the way.
The gap behind is now 5.4 seconds.
Okay. I think he was purposely staying out of the way, so I thank him for that. Keep her going. Keep it out of that wall. Keep it out of the slick. I think I'm in the slick right now. I don't always use a brake, but sometimes I use a little brake just to kind of set the car, get it just kicked around just a little if I didn't turn in correctly. I kind of want to run this little middle groove where the moisture is. It's a lot smoother of an exit. But sometimes it depends on how I go into the corner. 10 to go.
What was that? 20.1.
The only way I lose this is if I choke. So there's no, like, they're not going to gain 5.5 seconds on me. There's no, like, tire drop off or whatever. It's just, it's more track degradation, but that's not going to screw me up, hopefully. So,
The gap behind is now 5.8.
5.8. It's getting bigger even still. It's kind of fun about dirt. You could just push it. I mean, I'm not hanging back, saving tires or anything like that. That's different than in paved.
That was 20.2.
$20.2. Felt that was going to be higher of an exit than I wanted, so I just let off. No reason to risk it, because in practice there were times where I did the wall hit where you just crawl up it and flip over. That would be absolutely the worst thing I could do. I think I would actually cry if I did that in this race right now. Just keep it down. Keep it down. 6.8 I just noticed. This is going well. hope my voice is coming through. I'm talking a little louder. Basically, the mic is under me right now. I got to get this thing figured out. Part of the problem is I'm sitting so far away from the arm, it can't seem to support the weight of the mic. Ooh, car stopped low. I got to pay attention. The other thing that could screw me up is a lap car. I don't even want to pass these. Is the 7 the guy that spun out in front of me a bit ago? I'm on lap 27. I've got a 6.8 second lead. I can't really slow down as slow as he's going. So I got to go around him. Hopefully the other two stay ahead enough that I don't have to worry about them for these last 2.5 laps. I got 6.6. 2 laps to go. My right shoulder is on fire right now. I'm going to be happy when this is over for 2 reasons. All I got to do is go around one more time. I could go at like half throttle and have this won. So let's just not be stupid. That being said, I'm still going as fast as I can. Heck yeah. Second ever 358 modified win. And dare I say it?
Nice race, Spy.
Dare I say it? I pretty much dominated that baby. And my first win, I had a few people who I felt sorry that I had hit lapping them. That didn't happen this race. Is this victory lane? I'm going to pretend it is. We'll park it here, get out, wave to the crowd, all that jazz. Listen to my adoring fans. So yeah, that was very, very, I mean, not very entertaining, probably from a viewer standpoint. Oh, you know what? Victory lane's back here. Too late. That's bad when you don't know how to get to victory lane. That's okay. This mic, I can adjust it now. I don't know. I mean, there was some stuff that happened in that race, obviously, so let's see what it was. First of all, let's check that start out. It's so easy when you're the pole sitter to get a good start. I mean, from there on, I never had a challenge. Check out some incidents. Oh, the 6 just turns the 4 and collects the 1, I think, and then the 2's involved. I mean, it makes it easy to win when 3/8 to half of the field is involved in something like that. Yeah, that's what I was worried about doing. I did that in practice a few times. Oh, the 4 had all day to not do that. Let's watch that from the 4's point of view. I just want to see it from his cockpit. I mean, he let off, but still drove right into it. It's a little trickier from the cockpit view. I'll give him that. All right, let's get back to the next incident. That's still from the last one. 7's car is all jacked up. Probably had to tow, get a quick repair. The 8 did it. At least he didn't take anyone with him, and he was able to keep going. When you land on your roof, you have to tow, and then you're just out. That is certainly something I remember happening. Let's see what it looked like from my point of view. Just let off, steer around him. I had a big enough lead that I didn't have to just keep in the gas or do something stupid. Seven had problems. That's not the first time the 7's been upside down in this race. And not the first time the 4's had an unfortunate job of having to dodge him. Let's check it out again. 7 just spins out. Doesn't take anyone with him. Why are we still with the 7? Is that a new spin out? Is this the end of the race? Must be. Everyone's slowing down. Alright. Well, the 7 kept things lively behind me, I guess, but that's a win. I mean, it was only 8 cars, strength of field 1,000, I guess, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna take the wins where they come, because this is only the 3rd iRacing win, 2nd in this class. I realize it probably isn't that exciting of a race to watch from my point of view, but that's okay. I'm happy that it was uneventful for the most part. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.